Hey everyone, as some of you may have noticed, my channel recently hit 100,000 subscribers. And I wanted to start this video by saying thank you to each and every one of you. It makes me incredibly happy to be able to create these videos for you guys and then to have so many of you watching them, liking them, commenting on them and so on. So it's a real pleasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And because I base so many of my video ideas on feedback and questions I get from you, I decided to celebrate this milestone by doing a Q&A video. So I asked for your questions on Twitter and Facebook. A lot of you gave them to me. By the way, if you haven't followed me on Twitter and Facebook yet, you should totally do so. So I collected your questions and now it's time to answer them. And by the way, if the audio is weird or if you don't recognize the background or if you hear some voices walking around, I'm in a hostel right now because we're moving from one flat to another. We're in the middle of the move and all of our stuff is literally in the hostel room. So sorry for that, just bear with me. All right, to your questions. And I'm gonna be cheating here. I'm gonna be reading some of your questions and I won't get to all of them, but I'll try my best. So first question is about my YouTube channel. How did I start my channel? Why did I choose tech and what prompted me to start the channel? Honestly, it was as simple as me watching other YouTubers like MKBHD and thinking, wow, that's so cool. I wish I could do the same. And then a company called Oppo hired me as their ambassador. They gave me a couple of free phones to promote them. And I thought, well, I could just start a channel with Oppo phones. And I did. It's as simple as that. So the second question comes from a very good friend of mine, Tobias, who is the German ambassador of Oppo. And he asked, now that I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, what will I do with my 100,000 euros I've earned from it? And it's still far away from 100,000, but we can talk money. So in general, I'm a cheap bastard. I don't really spend my money on anything. I don't have a car. I don't live in a fancy place. I live in a hostel, to be honest. I don't even have fancy tech as a tech YouTuber. I have like a 1.5-year-old phone and a 4-year-old laptop. So most of what I do with my money is I just put it in a bank and then I sit on it. I save it. But I do eventually want to do two things with it. First, in maybe a couple of years, I would like to start my own business. I have a couple of ideas and I'd like to have enough money saved up so I don't have to run to investors all the time. And second, I would like to spend a lot of money on charity. There's two causes that I really care about. One is the environment, and then the second one is the open and free internet. So things like Wikimedia Foundation, Mozilla Foundation, and so on. So I'd like to donate and figure out the whole charity thing. So the next question comes from Tobias, and it is whether or not we will have merchandise. And the answer to this is yes, we are working on merchandise. And it is actually my girlfriend who's taking care of this project. She is quite shy. She doesn't like to be on camera very much, so she's not here. But she is the one who got the logo for me. She's the one who got this cool hoodie for me. She does a lot of other stuff behind the scenes. And she said she would set up a merchandise store for me. So hopefully in maybe a couple of weeks, a couple of months, we'll have something that you can buy. We have put together a poll in the description of this video, so you guys can tell us what exactly it is that you're interested in, if you're interested in it at all, and we'll base the store on your feedback, so let us know what you think. The next two questions are, can I upload more frequently, and will I make YouTube my full-time job? And the answer to this is sadly no. And I have two reasons for this. First of all, I think my whole channel is about giving you a different perspective about the things that everyone else talks on YouTube. Maybe like a more business-focused perspective. And the reason I think I can do this is that I actually work for a real company with a real product, with a real business and real salespeople. And this gives me the perspective and the objectivity to see something not just through this YouTube bubble and this YouTube echo chamber that just repeats the same opinion and again and again. And I think if I became a full-time YouTuber, I'd be trapped in this bubble. Second, I wouldn't want to have the pressure of putting out a new video every week or maybe multiple times a week just to meet my, weekly quota or to earn enough money for me to live comfortably and so on. I think this would hurt my creativity. I think it is really easy to run out of good ideas this way. And I think I would start uploading videos that wouldn't be as high quality as I would like them to be. The next question is, what is my main phone? And the answer to this is the Lumia 950 still. As I said, I don't really like to buy new electronics if I don't have to. As long as it works, I'll just keep it. And but I do have to say that the creators update has been a real disappointment for mobile. My most valuable piece of tech, my computer. Not this one specifically, but any computer, because I like smartphones, obviously. I have a smartphone channel, but if I have to get stuff done, it's always on my computer. What company am I currently working for? I'm working for a company called Delivery Hero. They are, I think, the biggest food delivery company in the world. And they have a central tech team because it's obviously a digital company. And I am the marketing guy for this tech team. And then a lot of you had questions about Oppo. What did I do at Oppo? How long was I working there? How did I like it? And why did I leave? So I was working there for about 3 years. I was first an ambassador, as I said, and then I became a global community manager, taking care of all the Oppo fans. And then finally, I was the product expert of Oppo, which means that I did a lot of launch events. Actually, all the English language launch events of new phones in countries like India and the Philippines and Malaysia, and a lot of talking to the media interviews, and so on. That's what I did. And then to your question of how much I liked working there. I think what most people don't realize about Oppo is how much of a unicorn, how much of a unique company this is, and how differently it does everything from all the other tech companies. You might look at it and see, just iPhone copies coming out of the factory, but there's so much that this company does differently, and it is so incredibly successful that it honestly made me have to reevaluate the way I think about technology, about consumers, about the business of technology, and so on. And I think I've learned so much from this company. It's nearly like a second university degree. I base a lot of my videos and a lot of the things I say in these videos on things that I've learned while I was at Oppo. So I can say that it was a life-defining experience, basically. They treated me very well. I've met a lot of very cool people. I liked it very much. Obviously ups and downs, but overall, great company. And then to your question of why did I leave and why did I come to Germany? I honestly just wanted to be a little bit closer to home. I wanted to move back to Europe to be closer to family and everything. And Germany was just a very easy option. So we live in Berlin, and Berlin is one of my absolute favorite cities in the whole world. It is an international city. It has lots of job opportunities. It has great quality of life. It's a metropolis with all the good and not too many of the bad parts of being a metropolis. So that was just an easy choice. What kind of music do I listen to? So the honest answer to this would be everything. But since I know that is not a real answer, or at least not the one that you're looking for, I can give you something that I've been obsessed with for the last couple of days. It's a whole genre. It's called math rock. I've just discovered it, and I'll leave some links in the description of this video if you want to discover some cool new music. And then a ton of you have asked me questions about the future of certain technologies, but I think it wouldn't make sense for me to quickly, run over them because it wouldn't be a real answer. Instead, I'm going to take those questions and I'm going to turn some of them into dedicated videos. So I got the most questions about the Galaxy S8 and Bixby and DeX. So I'm going to make a dedicated video about that. I think it is going to be a hugely important phone. I think it's going to be a great video. And then I'm going to make videos about things like 5G, also things that you asked me, and a couple of more. So stay tuned for that. In any case, thank you very much for submitting all of your questions. I'm sorry I couldn't answer each and every one of them in this video, but I hope you enjoyed this little Q&A session. And if you don't want to miss out on the fun the next time, be sure to follow me on the social media channels. I'm TechAltar on pretty much all of them. Some of the TechAltar magic happens there, so you don't want to miss out on that either. And thanks for the 100,000 subscribers. Thanks for all the support, the love, and the sharing. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.